reality is that the people of Iran were more prosperous, secure, and respected globally before the rise of the Islamic Republic. The same was the case for Iran's Arab neighbors in the Persian Gulf and for the West, for whom Iran was a true partner for peace and stability. And now, the younger generation ask their parents and grandparents a single burning question: why? We're gathered to show lawmakers and decision makers in the United States and throughout the free world that the democratic Iran is in their best interest. The time has come for them to support the Iranian people's demand for regime change, a demand shared by overwhelming majority of Iranians.
امروز سومین کنفرانس سالیانه کنفرانس ایران که توسط سازمان ما نوفدی برگزار میشه. هدف این کنفرانس این هستش که متخصصین، پژوهشگرا از اندیشکده‌های مختلف، در واقع بزرگترین اندیشکده‌های جریان اصلی ایالات متحده آمریکا رو ما جمع بکنیم، از طیف راست، از طیف چپ در واشنگتن دی سی، که درباره ایران صحبت بکنن و محور صحبت همه پنل‌ها مردم ایران هستند و جنبش آزادیخواهانشون. این کنفرانس به اضافه متخصصین اندیشکده‌های مختلف و اندیشکده‌های جریان اصلی شهر واشنگتن، چهره‌های ایرانی هم حضور دارن، از جمله قربانیان جمهوری اسلامی، الهه توکلیان که چششون رو از دست دادن در مبارزه با جمهوری اسلامی، افسون نجفی، خواهر زنده یاد حدیث نجفی و شاهزاده رضا پهلوی همه قرار در این کنفرانس شرکت بکنند و صحبت بکنند.
Our challenge today in the fight for Iran's liberation is not only political, but also economic. It is not only about freeing our people from political repression, but also from the shackles of poverty. That is why I am so pleased to speak about the Iran Prosperity Project and the plan for and path to our nation's economic reconstruction. Far from the pivotal supplier of energy we were 50 years ago, Iran is merely a marginal player. A corrupt few have prospered while a nation has suffered. But there is hope, indeed much more than just hope. Unlike Khomeini, I will make no promises of free water, free buses, or free utilities. What I offer instead is a vision informed by ongoing consultations with renowned economists and successful business leaders. The fall of the Islamic Republic is not the end, but the beginning of Iran's renaissance. This is what I, along with experts and business leaders, am planning for and working to bring to fruition when the transition happens.
هزاران جوان هر سال از ایران خارج می شوند تا آینده خود را نجات دهند، زیرا جمهوری اسلامی قادر نیست آینده روشنی برای جوانان بسازد. مردم روز به روز فقیرتر می شوند و آمار دزدی چنان بالا رفته که دیگر آن را اعلام نمی کنند. چشم راست من دروغ نمی گوید. ما آسیب دیدگان خیزش مهسا سندهای زنده جنایت جمهوری اسلامی هستیم. ما جان ما را به خطر انداختیم که امروز صدایمان بلند باشد.
But let's not forget that it was after the Islamic Revolution that for the first time a special court of the clergy was established. These courts, each headed by a Islamic legal scholar, operate outside the judiciary's purview, but they investigate offenses committed by clerics, Muslim clerics, including non-religious activities and political statements that are inconsistent with government policy.
The Iran Prosperity Project, IPP, is a roadmap to building an economy that can support Iran's socio-economic needs in a post-Islamic Republic Iran.
What we've seen all around the world is extremists are very, very good at weaponizing religion to cause chaos and terrorism all around the world, and people who love democracy and freedom almost always discount the power of religion to mess all of that up, but also the value of religion to hold it all together. And so we don't have to make a choice between religion or no religion. We can choose religious freedom in a secular, democratic country.
Essentially described this trilateral relationship between China, Russia, and Iran as built specifically to end the, quote, inequitable hegemony of the United States and of the West. And so they view this as, again, in their own words, a new world order. And I think that's critically important that we understand their purpose for this engagement. So we'll probably speak about, there are a lot of spoilers in that relationship.
So China is the regime in Iran's largest trading partner. About 70% of Chinese exports to Iran are either vehicles, machinery, nuclear reactors, or electronics. China makes up 15% of Iran's $65 billion in exports, but Iran only makes up 0.3% of China's exports.
یه سال دیگه هم بایستی اینجا بیان کرد اینه که خب اگه 10 سال پیش 15 سال پیش روسیه و چین همپیمان آمریکا بودن واسه جلوگیری یک هسته‌ای شدن جمهوری اسلامی، الان باید نگاه کنیم که خب خیر اینا نه همپیمان، اینا همپیمان جمهوری اسلامی هستند و به خاطر تغییر افکار، به خاطر تغییر معادلات منطقه خودشون، یعنی در اروپا و در آسیا، اینا دیگه به عنوان اینی که ایران رو به قیمت مناسب بفروشن دیگه با آمریکا و سازمان ملل کار نمی‌کنن. آمریکا باید اینو به درستی تشخیص بده و یه سری از لحاظ اطلاعاتی، از لحاظ سیاسی آماده باشه اگه روسیه یا چین کمک کنن به برنامه هسته ایران. از این روند به نظر من تو یک 5 سال یا 10 سال دیگه با این روند مواجه خواهیم بود.
And it's also a structural issue because the P5+1 is really not a viable entity anymore for dealing with the challenge of the Islamic Republic of Iran because of great power competition with Russia and China. So that is something that has been a weakness in U.S. policy since 2021. The U.S. government has also not implemented the MASA Act yet, which is a very important part of the calculus here. This is a very important piece of legislation that I know means a lot to the Iranian American community. It's something that Nufti has really championed.
The high point of prosperity came sometime around between 1976 and 1977. At that point, after about 2 decades of double-digit growth and very low inflation, Iran was about to break into the ranks of upper middle income countries in the world. It was a slightly poorer per capita than Spain, substantially more prosperous than Turkey or South Korea. And then the country went into a tailspin. So about 45 years later, Iran stands at 117th place out of about 190 countries in terms of income. So to give you an idea that what it means that based on some estimates, let's say IMF estimates, El Salvador is slightly better off than Iran. Iran is about as well off, slightly better off than Indonesia. So the goal, if you want to think about that, what it could be, Iran could be at least about the average income in the world. So right now, the per capita output for Iran is about $4,500 per year. It could be about $13,000. At $13,000, which is the average for the world, Iran would be like the 22nd or 23rd largest economy in the world. So this is the magnitude of loss that you're looking at. Now, you compound that by every Iranian family over 45 years, and you're looking at a mind-boggling number.